I mean, hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Kenny's, from The Adventures of Ken. I know I have to reintroduce myself because it has been a year, people. It has been a year. The last video I posted was a year ago, and I am terribly sorry. I have been inconsistent. This was not the intention when I started the channel, so I'm here to tell you guys why I've been absent, why I've been MIA. If MIA, if missing in action were a person, it would definitely be me. I have been missing in action, and I'm here to tell you what I've been up to, give you guys an update, what has been going on, what have I been up to, what have I been doing, and what are the plans going forward. Now, if y'all can remember, I started this channel about 6 years ago. I know when we look at the numbers, we don't get the impression that I've been here for a while, but 6 years, people. And for those of you who have been with me, the 400 and little bit of who have been with me for the ride, thank you so much. For those who have come back time and time again to watch the videos, thank you so much, my love. Now, beg on a friend them for subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please to subscribe. Thank you. So, a lot has been happening. I've gained weight. My locks have grown, people. My locks have grown. We'll take it a step at a time. Good. So I started this channel 6 years ago with the intention of sharing my experience here in French Guiana. I was coming to a new country, a country nobody knew about, at least people in Jamaica, my friends, my close friends, close family members. Nobody seemed to know about this place. And it was really a culture shock. It was an adventure, hence The Adventures of Ken. And and that's really why I started the channel. And it just developed and evolved into this whole other thing. I started traveling a lot, and so I started to take you guys on my journeys. And I think I delved into some cooking and some weight loss, all sorts of things. So that is what the channel was about. And since then, I have recorded so much content that I have not had the chance to share. So I have a backlog, people. Let me tell you what happened. My external hard drive fell. I don't even know if I'll be able to retrieve half of that content. Like the trip to Senegal, the trip to Jamaica. I took 10 people to Jamaica with me, I don't know if I'll ever be able to edit those videos. Well, retrieve those videos, edit those videos, and share those videos with you. But I still have a lot of videos, a huge backlog, some cooking stuff, all sorts of things that I want to share with you. And so I hope you guys are excited, just as I am, to see those videos. So where have I been? What have I been up to? I'm still here in French Guiana. I am still teaching. But for some time, I decided to focus on settling down. When I started traveling a lot, honestly, I did not think I was going to ever settle down. The plan after French Guiana was to try another assistantship program, maybe this time in Japan. And I think Mother Nature just started to knock at my door. The clock was just like, hey girl, you need to settle down. And I decided to do my master's, which was something at the time that I never thought I would have done. Especially being a media practitioner, I did not think it was a necessity, because I have found in my experience, as short-lived as it was, that experience counted way more than what you had on paper. Whereas in France and in the French system, what is on paper counts. So you could have a doctorate and be as dumb as rocks, but nobody cares, because they only care about what is on paper. You are getting in the door. So what is on paper really counts. And for a lot of things, your degrees count. So I decided to do a master's program in education. Brethren and friends, it is 8:30. and I am still at my university after a 4-hour-long exam, which I didn't even finish. And I'm still here because I have to write, or attempt to write, the presentation for my Portuguese exam tomorrow. You've seen the videos. You know I suck at Portuguese, right? Already I suck in French. So tomorrow I have Portuguese. Oliver, este documento é desenho qualquer num blog. Oui. Eu vejo globo que come hambúrguer de marcas populares americanas. No topo de hambúrguer tem a bandeirinha americana. O globo representa o consumidor.
Você quer comparar, você acha que mesmo pode ser comparada a comida local com a comida internacional? A comida, por exemplo, só o exemplo da comida, eu vou deixar de lado a roupa, etc. O exemplo da comida, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut. Você acha que essa comida internacional americana pode ser comparada com a comida local mesmo? Açaí, peixe, suco.
Mais, par exemple.
Sim, por exemplo.
Como eles estão ça? Nós temos, como eles estão ça? Como eles estão ça? Comida rápidas?
Nós temos comida rápida.
Oui.
Sim.
Donc, d'autres options, c'est ça? Options de comidas rápidas, locais, c'est ça?
Sim. On va y arriver, ne vous inquiétez pas, vous avez encore 2 minutes à tenir. Alors,
it was a 2-year program. Let me tell you something, people. Every time I've said to somebody, oh, I did my master's in English, people just assume that the entire program was in English. No. The entire program was in French, except for translation and I think like literature, and civilization. I don't think the thing was in French. Okay, you guys remember where I'm coming from with the French language? Y'all remember where I'm coming from? It was not an easy road. Cubojo Bantan, not an easy road at all. But hallelujah, I made it through. It was a hard experience, difficult experience, because at the time I was working full-time as a teacher. No, hats off to all the teachers out there. I feel you. I'm with you. I feel your pain. Like, you have to teach your classes. You're doing lesson plans. You're correcting stuff. Like, a lot of work goes into being a teacher. So I was a full-time teacher and I was doing my master's at the same time. But because I was working full-time, it meant that I missed almost all of my classes. So I was only able to go to classes twice per week, on a Wednesday and on a Friday. And when I say on a Wednesday, I had a class at 7, like I taught a class at 7 o'clock. I think it was a second form class. And then right after, and at the time I didn't have a car, I'd take the bus, or, you know, I had very kind colleagues and friends who would drop me off now and again at the university. And I'd do my classes at the university from 8 to 12. And that was it. And on a Friday, from 8 to 12. And that was it. Every other day, I was absent because I had to work. So I spent most of my time catching up. It was rough. A lot of blood, a lot of sweat, and a whole lot of tears. I didn't think I was going to make it, but people, I did. It was rough. And I even put off doing my thesis for the 3rd year. So it was a 2-year program, and I really thought I was a failure for putting it off until my 3rd year. But look here, it's when you have body come down, it's when you're tired. Listen to your body. And I'm happy I did. because I was successful. It went well. I'm very proud of the work I put in. And you know, when you have imposter syndrome, like you don't believe you belong, I did not believe I belonged. I did not believe that I deserved the success. And I remember having a conversation with my boyfriend at the time, and he said, you know, I called him to say thank you for everything. And he said, I didn't do anything. All I did was proofread your work. And I was like, I just broke down. Like, I could not believe I made it through that entire program. Like, the little girl who couldn't talk to people was out here writing her thesis and presenting her thesis in French. It was a rough journey, but I made it, guys. I made it. So that's one reason. And then the second reason was the competitive exam. So I did the competitive exam. In order to be certified as an English teacher, you have to do the competitive exam. It offers you job security, which is very, very, very important, as you can imagine. And it's a very grueling process. I know people who have done it several times and who have not been successful. Who is French for or people who have done it several times, and you know, after about 5 rounds, you know, going at it for like 5 years, you know, they finally reached success. So it was tough, people. The competitive exam is almost like a board exam, like a board certification exam. Like, the year I did it, I think the previous year, let's say about 800 plus candidates did the exam. Only 500 or so were accepted, and that's just for the written part. And after you do the written part, then after the written part, if you are successful, then you move on to the oral part, which means you have to travel to France to do the oral exam. And from that, they might select, let's say, 200. So the chances of you getting in, yeah. But people, I made it. I did the internal exam and I was successful. And this academic year was my internship year. And it meant having to go through inspections from my head inspector, what you call the chargé de mission, and also my tutor. So I was inspected several times during the school year, which meant I had to be on my P's and Q's, on my toes, like making sure my lesson plans were on point. And it was a lot, people. It was a lot. So for the past 3 years, I have been known as the next year girl. I put my entire life on hold. My relationship was on hold. My spiritual life suffered. My health suffered. Physical activity, anything that I had as a hobby was just thrown to the curb. So I quit dancing, I quit everything for these 2 things. And it was a running joke, like, oh, she'll be here next year. Like, everything, my excuse was next year. Next year, I'll be there next year. And then next year, you know, something else popped up. It was, it's finished, people. It is finished. And so I would like to take over the reins and resume living instead of just surviving. And so that means I have a lot in store for you. I hope to travel again, start traveling again. I got a guitar, people. I got a guitar for my birthday, which means I'm trying to learn the guitar. So maybe I'll throw in some musical videos. Well, actually, the concert, people. I did a concert last year or the year before. I don't even remember. I did a concert, like, it was a Kenny's. I did a concert. I haven't even shared that video with you guys. So I have a lot to share, people. Recipes, music, so much, people. So if you have been with me, continue to stick with me. And if you're new, subscribe. Welcome to the, what you call this now? Welcome. Thank you for joining me on the ride. And I hope you'll stick and stay with me. I'm thinking, is there anything else I have to report? I should have probably written some notes or something, because a lot has happened, people. I'm just happy to be alive, and I'm happy to be back. Sorry, my lighting situation is horrible. Like, when they can't see me, don't. Let's work with it. So thank you guys for staying with me, and let's go. See you next time.